This is a review of the Cichlid Stones by Underwater Gallery. I just got my 75-gallon tank set up about a week or so ago, and I was trying to decide what type of stone to put in for the cichlids. My choices were to go with the Texas Holy Rock, which is a really nice white rock that's got natural holes in it, but it's extremely heavy and it's kind of expensive. It was $2 a pound at my local fish store. I was concerned about one thing was the weight. The other thing was that would displace a lot of volume because it doesn't have an awful lot of holes in it. Second thing I thought about was using limestone, because I live in an area where I could probably get limestone for free, and building my own caves. But again, the weight was going to be an issue, and then there was going to be a lot of work in terms of building it. And then the third option I looked at was a lot of people use clay pots, which are really inexpensive and make nice holes, but I don't think they look very natural, and I like a more natural look in my tank. So I found these. Fourth thing I found was a artificial holy rock, which is made out of some sort of, I think, ceramic or something that's poured and looks kind of like holy rock, but it frankly didn't save me a lot of money, even though it was more lightweight, and I like that. It wasn't going to be a lot less expensive than just buying regular holy rock here locally. So I found these cichlid stones, which are actually made out of ceramic, which is nice because they are rock, but they're not a natural rock. Of course, they're fire. They're made out of ceramic, and they're painted to look pretty realistic. Now, I just installed them yesterday, and they look pretty realistic even now. But I think as they get some algae growth on them, they'll look even more natural. They come in small, medium, and large in the 15-pack. There's also a 10-pack which comes in the medium and large. And since I'm starting off, I just started my tank, and I've only got 6 juvenile cichlids in it. I decided to start with the small, medium, and large because my cichlids can still fit in the small holes. Some people have complained that the small, their fish can't fit in there, so they're kind of worthless to them. But for me, they work, and I figured as I get other creatures like plecos and maybe some catfish that are smaller, they might be able to still fit in those. And my cichlids, of course, could fit in there for now. Another thing I like about these is they are completely modular. Each of the stones you see is separate. So as I get tired or the fish want to move them around, I can move them around, create different formations. I didn't know how many to get. My tank is a 75-gallon tank, and this is a 15-pack, so it gives you an idea of what it'll fill up. It fills up about half the tank the way I've got it arranged now. It's about 24 inches across in this arrangement. So I thought about getting 2 15-packs, which I realize now would completely fill up the back of the tank. But I think if I add them in the future, I'll either add just the stones individually, which you can do, or maybe the 10-pack, which is, again, comprised of medium and large stones. The cichlids seem to love them as soon as I put them in. They immediately started exploring in and out of them, going into the caves, and also it creates caves in between as you get little natural cubby holes as you stack them up. They are lightweight, and as I said earlier, another thing I like about them is because they are hollow, they don't displace a lot of volume. If you go with holy rock or just natural limestone, you might end up turning your 75-gallon tank into a 70-gallon tank or a 65-gallon tank, depending on how much stone you put in it. But with these, of course, they're completely filled with water. And they don't look completely natural. The way I've got them set up now, all the holes are facing the front. I do that on purpose because I want to see the fish coming in and out. As I go along, I may rearrange them so not all the holes face the front, so they maybe look a little bit more natural. But again, I like these as a real good compromise between it. They look like a natural material, but they do provide a lot of hiding spaces for the amount of volume they displace. Cost they were kind of expensive, I guess. They were about $70. You can find them in local fish stores. You can find them several places online. But it kind of came down to, by the time I paid shipping and everything, most of the prices were right around the same. But as a centerpiece to the tank, and I think for the price, compared to the Texas Holy Rock, they turned out to be pretty good. So as I said, I've only had them for a day. We'll see how they look after a while. I think they're going to hold up okay. I was worried about the Holy Rock even, or stacking rocks, because if they fall, they're heavy, they could break the bottom of the tank or hurt one of the fish. These are pretty lightweight, so I'm not too worried about them shifting around or hurting anybody or cracking the tank or anything. So that's my review. So far I am very, very happy with them. As I said, for the price, I think they're good. I think they look natural, and the fish seem to love them.